Dear CA intermediate students, for the May 24 exams, it is a golden opportunity as far as auditing exams are concerned. Why? Because we have 3.5 days for studying for our paper audit. So in this video, what are we going to do? Two things. First, I will give you the summary of the entire syllabus. Second, the main part. I will be showing a schedule of what to be done in these 3.5 days, that is from 11th May till the day of the exam, which is 15th May. And as per your requirements, you can change the schedule. So let's start. Okay, so as you are aware, we have 11 chapters in our syllabus, of which chapter number 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 11. Okay, and also 3 partly. These are mainly essay related chapters. Now, first chapter is nature, objective, and scope of audit. In this, mainly it is essay 200. The weightage which ICA says is 4 to 6 marks, and it is comparatively very small chapter. You can finish off quickly. The second chapter is regarding audit strategy planning program. As the name itself says, strategy planning. It is nothing but essay 300. This is also comparatively small chapter, but weightage is more. See, as per the ICI, the weightage is around 8 to 12 marks. Do it well, there are a lot of keywords. Then the third chapter, it is partly, the first part, which is the risk assessment. It is essay, nothing but essay 315, essay 330, and also materiality 320. And the second part is talking about the internal control as well as automated environment digital audit. Now, going to the next chapter, which is very important, audit evidence. If you see the weightage of third chapter, the weightage is same as in the second chapter, which is 8 to 12%. Now, fourth chapter, as we said already, it is audit evidence. In this, we are covering, as you know, audit evidence, it is 500 series. Essay 500, 501, 505, 510, 520, 530, 550, and 610. Very important chapter. If you see weightage of this chapter along with chapter number 6, these two chapters together 12 to 18%, which is huge. Now going to next chapter, which is nothing but audit of items in FS. Yes, this is one of the chapter which is very huge, and just see the weightage, guys. If you have gone through the RTP, MTP1 and MTP2, if you have seen, the case scenario starts with audit of items in FS mostly. And don't stress out yourself. Oh my God, we have a lot of items in FS. First, study the assertions. Then there is some flow in which you can learn. There are certain common points, and it's more of common sense and application level. There are certain disclosure requirements which are very important. Those list of disclosure requirements, study well. There are certain provisions of accounting standard which you have to study that. There are some law provisions, study that also well. So that's about items in FS. Don't leave this chapter because see the weightage, which is around 12 to 20%. Not only that, your RTP, MTP, if you have not gone through, there are videos of RTP, MTP in my YouTube. You can always refer that whenever you get the time. Okay, so the weightage is 12 to 20% marks. And you can score the mark because it's more of general. It's like summary of various other essays, CARO, AS, law. Now, very small chapter. Next one is audit documentation. Audit documentation is nothing but essay 230. Then going on to audit completion and review. Audit completion and review is nothing but essay. Remaining 500 series, 560, 570, 580. Along with that, essay 260, 265, and 450. Weightage is again like these chapters, it is 8 to 12% marks. Then coming to the audit report chapter, in audit report chapter, audit report, 700 series, 700, 701, 705, yeah, 706, 710. In this chapter, you also have 600 and essay 299. Along with this, we have Caro. Wherever you go, I'm there. That is Caro. Caro, very important. 21 clauses are there. Clause number, if possible, you have to learn. And then section 143, auditor's duty, 143 of Companies Act. That's audit report, somewhat same weightage, 8 to 12 marks. Now, audit of items in FS, as we said, chapter 5, it is more of common sense, general. Like that, different entities also more of common. How do we do audit of hotel, hospital, education institute? Yes, the weightage is roughly 12 to 18%. Again, there are certain common points, easy way to learn. Do that chapter also. Okay, that's audit of different entities. Audit of bank. See, the weightage of these two chapters together it is 12 to 18%. Whereas items in FS alone, they are giving 12 to 20%. Okay. Now, towards the end, we have ethics and terms of engagement, which is nothing but essay 210, 220, and SQC1. So that's the entire syllabus, chapter number 1 to 11. And guys, I've done summary videos, revision videos, RTP, MTP discussions, all are available in my WhatsApp channel. And certain videos are also available in the YouTube. If you want, you can go through that as a part of your revision, right? So moving to the most important part of this video, as we said earlier itself, we have 3.5 days for the exams, right? So in this 3.5 days, how to go about, what to do, that's what we are going to discuss. Okay. So this is only a rough tentative schedule. You can edit as per your preferences. Okay. So I am starting with 12th of May. I know 11th you would have given, those who are appearing for the costing exam, they would have given the costing exam. Okay, that day you can either use for the FM paper or you will be exhausted. So maybe 2 to 3 hours it may happen. So I'm putting the schedule from 12th May. Okay, the day after the costing paper, which is 11th May. 12th May. Of course, it is always better to start with chapter number 1. Chapter number 1, because it is the basic chapter. Now, once you finish the chapter, please take out the material. In that material, there is test your understanding, test your knowledge, and MCQs. If you have not gone through, make a point that always you do that questions, because just studying won't help, because now the questions are application level. Okay, so nature of auditing, that particular chapter 1 is a very small chapter. You can finish off quickly and do the practice question. Throughout the video, I'll be saying practice questions. Practice questions means it's your study material, test your knowledge, test your understanding, or it's some practice questions of ICI or etc. Then we can always go for chapter number 4 and 7. You know why I selected chapter number 4 and 7? Because essay 500 series, I was saying. In chapter number 4, you can finish 500 series, 500 to 550 it's there, plus 610. And chapter number 7, 560, 570, 580, then 260, 265 and 450 essays are there. So by then it will be evening time. After each chapter, don't forget to do the practice question. Evening, mandatorily, before you end the day, before you sleep, either do MTP solve or revision. But I would like to edit and say, mandatorily do a revision of whatever you have finished so that you will recall the points. No, ma'am, how to do the revision? I'm not asking you to revise the entire chapter, each and every headings. No, just recall. Close your book, recall. Okay, chapter number 1, nature of auditing. Okay, objective of auditing, essay 200. Just try to recall in 10 to 15 minutes a chapter. So 3 chapters, take 1 hour off and revise. If possible, solve the MTP one also if you have not done. So that ends day 1. So roughly around 14 hours you will get easily. Now going to the day 2, which is 13th May, again going to chapter number 11 and then chapter number 6. Both are comparatively small chapter. Why did I choose like this? Because this is 200 series related. If you go by series, you will have more clarity. Okay, if a question comes from 500 series, okay, which essay we can identify. So that's why I'm putting like this. If you are comfortable, you can go by the schedule. Ethics and terms of engagement, chapter 11, and then go for audit documentation. Audit documentation is a very small chapter. Ethics and terms is also an easy chapter. Don't forget to do the questions, okay? Test your knowledge, test your understanding question. Okay, by that time, morning would have been over. Towards mid afternoon, towards afternoon time, you can go for audit report chapter, very easy chapter, 700 series, CARO and 143. 143 you would have already learned in law. Revise it again. They can ask you question. CARO. CARO is very important. Go through CARO clause by clause too. Don't forget to do practice questions. Finally, to end that day, you go with audit planning. Planning, chapter number 2, it's a very, very, very small chapter, but a lot of keywords are there. Note those. And before you end the day, don't forget, like I said, for the previous day, okay, spend 1 hour for revision. If possible, revise from chapter number 1. Just recall for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. What are the contents? Okay, these are the contents. Chapter 4, okay, series of essay. What are those essay? 500, 501, 505. Just revise. Revise means try to recall. Okay, so that was the second day. Going to the third day, which is the most important day, the day before the exams, where you have chapter number 3, which is risk assessment and internal control. Okay, here you have 300 series essays. With that, mostly essays are over. 500 series we did, 200 series we did. Here we have done with 700 series, 400 just one was there that we have completed. 300 series is also done. 600 along with this chapter, it will get over. Okay. Then you can start with audit of bank audit. And after each chapter, don't forget to do practice question. Then, yes, after this, you can go for audit of bank. In audit of bank chapter, again, there are a lot of provisions, etc., relating to NPA norms, prudential norms, advances. In this particular chapter, audit of advances is very, 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 very important. Right? Then go with chapter number 5. What is chapter number 5? Audit of items in FS. Right? Audit of items in FS. As I said, don't stress out yourself. Go with the assertion, disclosure requirement, have a proper list for that. And make sure that you go through the practice question in ICA material. Once you complete this, it will be like towards evening time. Finally, we have one more chapter, which is that chapter which is audit of different entities. So audit of different entities, you might not be able to complete on that day because already bank audit and items you have done. Okay. So yes, you can start with audit of different entities here. And then you can continue in the next day also, balance of different entities on 15th of which 15th of May, the day of the examination. And guys, I have one suggestion for you before you end. As I've already said, you have to do the revision. That's a suggestion which I've said for every day before you sleep. And another suggestion which I said is after every chapter, do the practice question, test your understanding, test your knowledge, MCQs, etc. And one more thing, which if you feel it is okay and practicable, I will say. And if you are okay, because when I suggested few students, they were happy with that. Others said no, we will do like this. So I'll give you one suggestion. If you feel audit of items in FS is huge, what you can do is in this 3.5, this is the 0.5 day which I said, right? The day of the exam. The audit of items in FS each day from day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. You can take items in FS each day, put 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, and each day you can study 3 or 4 items. That is also another option which you can try out if you are comfortable. So I've put two suggestions. Either do it in the day 3 towards the end, or do it all the 3.5 days, keep 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, and you can do it. Either way, do it in a way you are comfortable. So roughly guys, if you're doing like this, you'll get 14 hours, 3 days. So around 45 to 47 hours you will get. In that you can finish off the subject along with the practice question and vision. All said and done, in the examination hall, you have to put yourself, you have to stay calm, you have to get the points, you have to recollect. For that, few tips. I know all these tips you know very well, but still, I'm just saying it out of my affection towards you. First, you have to have some proper sleep. Proper sleep means around 6 hours sleep is needed. Second, last minute discussion. Please, please, please. I've seen students right before the examination. Examination is at 1:45. You'll be discussing at 1:30. It will make you more tensed. At this hot climate, kindly stay hydrated and give your best for the exam. Don't think about the result. Stay focused and let your results speak. If you want any further assistance, you can always message me. I will be ready to help you. So I wish you all the very best. Give your best, and I will be sharing you this schedule also in the description box. And I will give you the playlist of the intermediate videos also in the description box. So all the very best. Take care.